Now, have you ever gone to an interview and this question was posed to you? Who are you? And when that question was posed to you, who did you say you are? On the other hand, you may not have gone for an interview, but sat somewhere alone in a silent environment and then asked yourself this question: whom am I? Now, the reason as to why I'm asking this question is because many people have rendered their lives worthless. Others have entered into life crisis simply because they failed to understand themselves. You see, if you can never understand yourself, nobody else will ever understand you. It is important that you understand yourself clearly. Know who you are. Because it is only then and only then that you can be able now to explore your capabilities and your opportunities and your space in your life. This morning, I want us to look at self-awareness because it is such a great area of importance in our lives. It is important that we understand ourselves so that we don't get into things that we should never be in the first place. So that we don't embark on pursuing goals that we will never see them through, will never achieve them. So that again we don't lose opportunities that belongs to us. So, what is self-awareness? Self-awareness, brothers and sisters, it is the ability to focus on yourself, understand clearly your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and then being able to align those actions, thoughts, and emotions with your internal values. The gauge here, the parameter here is your internal values. And when I'm talking about internal values, I'm talking about the way you look at things and describe them either as right or wrong. So it's not about other people. It's not about other social standards. It's about your internal values. Okay? So in short, it is being able to know yourselves in terms of your thinking and your feelings, and then being able to manage your actions at every given point. If you understand your feelings, if you understand your thinking system, then you know what to do when and where to be and when to respond and when not to and how to respond. Now, it is also important to say that even understanding yourself physically, your body shape, your body size, are such important factors in what you do. Now, let's take an example of something like self-esteem. Many people would hate themselves because in the first place, they don't even understand how they look physically. And so when people critique them and they tell them they don't look great, then they take that to be true and they don't like themselves. Their self-esteem is low, their self-confidence goes down because they do not understand themselves. So basically, self-awareness is understanding yourself in each detail and understanding how you're thinking and understanding your emotions, what makes you happy, what makes you angry. And the intention is so that you may be able to manage your actions at any given time. I've heard people say this. I did it because I was angry. I did it because I was provoked. I could not control myself at that time. And when I hear such answers, then what comes into my mind is this person do not know who they are, because when I know myself, when I know who I am, doesn't matter the level of provocation, you will not put me into a stray. I am in charge. I control my actions. I am not controlled by emotions. Any person whose self-awareness is up to date, that's that kind of a person is not easy to provoke. It's not kind of a person who you will, take the way you want. That's a person who says yes when it is yes, and they stand by no when it is no. Now, we have two types of self-awareness. We have what we call public self-awareness, and then we have what we call private self-awareness. Public self-awareness is simply understanding how other people look at you and who they describe you to be. But then I keep telling people public self-awareness should not be given too much attention, because, well, while there could be some truth in what people say about you, it does not mean that whatever it is that they say about you is necessarily true. So, yes, it is important to understand how people view you from a public opinion, but you should not put so much attention to that. Too much focus to that makes you lose yourself. The other one is private self-awareness, and this is the most important. Understanding yourself in details without seeking any other person's opinion, without seeking secondary opinion. It is you examining yourself, examining your thought, examining your feelings, internal feelings, and then taking that information and now managing how you react, how you respond to things in life, to provocations, to situations. It has nothing, when we talk about private self-awareness, it has nothing to do with public opinion. It is you now sitting down and examining yourself and giving yourself marks and placing yourself somewhere, being guided by your internal values. What I'm trying to say is, it is important you understand who you are. Understand how you think. Understand how you normally feel. Understand how you respond to various situations. And then be in a position to control your actions at every given point. Because by the end of the day, what you do, consequences and the results falls on you squarely. You will not have a chance to say, you see, I was provoked. I was unable to control. I don't know what happened. The consequences falls squarely on you. Do you really know who you are?